All right. There is 2 wins in a row for the Jays for the first time this season. That is a series win for the Blue Jays for the first time this season as they beat the Tampa Bay Rays 3-1. This game had a little bit of everything going on. First inning, Aaron Sanchez doing all right. Then you see him leave to the clubhouse. Then you see Tiwtter warming up. As they showed later on, his middle finger was, his nail was split, and that's bad news right off the bat. Then the bottom of the first, Bautista from Chris Archer gets a ball thrown behind him, a long stare, warnings to both benches, and that is Jim Wolf behind the plate. Do you guys remember Jim Wolf? If not, I will refresh your memory. Jim Wolf was the umpire, the home plate umpire. Remember back when we played Kansas City and we made all those trades? And they threw about 6 high and inside pitches, 3 hit our guys. And we're like, Donaldson almost got hit 3 times. We're freaking out, like, why isn't this guy got tossed? And then Sanchez throws out one guy and he gets tossed. Remember that? That was a crazy game. Jim Wolf was the home plate umpire. And he was again on this day. But no crazy stuff happened, except he did exactly what he did in that game back a couple years ago. Was warm both benches in the very first inning, which is kind of crazy. But nothing else happened the rest of the way. I thought there was going to be a little bit of fireworks eventually. Nothing really happened. It was very quiet until the 8th inning. Where, well, you know what? Before we get to that, let's talk about the job the bullpen did today, guys. A couple days ago, we talked about how this bullpen was doing awful. They were atrocious. Every time they came in, they blew it. 2 games, they blew themselves. But today, they won the game for the Jays. I understand the Jays got the 3 runs late, which is great, but Ryan Tiwtter came in after Sanchez was gone. He went 3 in the 3rd innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, and striking out 5 guys for a clean 3 in the 3rd innings of work. And that is big after Sanchez leaves the game. Then Aaron Loup comes in. He pitches 2 innings, no hits. He walks a couple of guys, strikes out 1. But he was 2 solid innings of work. And I know this is crazy to say, but Aaron Loup's ERA is 1.04. It is fantastic. And he did a good job when he came in. Dominic Leone came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a hit, but struck out a guy and had no problem there. Joe Smith, he went 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a hit, walked a guy, gave up that 1 run. But then J.P. Howell came in and got out of that inning. He pitched a 1/3 of an inning. He's looking a little bit better as he's come back from injury. It's better to see. And then in the 9th, Roberto Osuna pitches 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, striking out 2 guys. It was a little bit more stressful than it should have been. One was an error by Ryan Goins. One was a comebacker, well, more or less, it could have been a ground ball double play, but it hit off Roberto's glove. It's a tough one. But the thing I am loving to see is a few things. 1, Roberto Osuna's fastball location is looking a lot better. And his velocity. We saw in those couple of games where he blew the games, he was throwing 93, not for strikes. And he was throwing 94, for strikes, but not really. Today, we saw 95 and 96. That is more like Roberto Osuna. He's more or less 96, 97, but to see the velocity going up, his control is coming there. He pitched yesterday and got the save in a clean inning. Today he pitched and more or less a clean inning of work. Did his job. That is 2 in a row for saves for him. And he is looking better. Now, let's get to the fun stuff that happened in that 8th inning. Chris Archer absolutely dealing. 7 1/3 of just ridiculous pitching from Chris Archer. But in that 7th inning, we're going to break down what happened in that inning because that was a lot of stuff. That was a crazy amount of stuff. It was the 8th inning. I was going to say, it didn't feel right saying that. But in the 8th inning, Archer obviously walks Darwin Barney to lead off the inning. That's big. Then Pilar grounds out to Longoria, but this was just the luck the Jays have gotten this season so far. You know, Longoria dives it off his glove, but literally right to Robertson, who makes the play. But you got it second with one out, and now you got Bautista and then Morales up. But they bring in Alex Colomé to face Jose Bautista, and Bautista drills one to deep right, more or less right field. And I thought it's gone right off the bat, and everybody and their grandmother thought it was gone off the bat. But it literally just misses, and it goes off the top of the wall, or off like very short, very close to the top of the wall. He almost made the catch, but he didn't. 1 run scores. Bautista's at second. We got a tied game. Then Morales is up. He goes, I think it's a 2-0 count or something. They intentionally walk him to face Justin Smoke to get the double play. Smoke strikes out. Oh, jeez. So there's 2 out now. But Russell Martin, on the first pitch, may I add, that's right, drops a single into right, not going foul, literally just inside the line. We have not seen a lot of that lately, but we saw it drop fair. He gets a long single. Morales is at third. Bautista scores 2-1 Jays. Now, next up, Ezequiel Carrera pinch hitting for Steve Pearce, who's had a rough season so far. Hits a ground ball up the middle. It gets great play by the shortstop. And then he flips it to, I think it was Brad Miller at second. He drops it. Everyone's safe. Morales jogs home to score. 3-1 Jays. Ideally, it was a tough toss because it was kind of a little bit farther hit at the end of his glove. But I don't care. The Jays win. 3-1. And things go well. Your errors don't come back to bite you. They only had the one. You've won 2 in a row. You win a series. Bautista's hitting the ball a bit better. The team with 2 outs is hitting the ball a little bit better. They're showing more patience. They're looking better. I am very happy right now. But it doesn't get any easier. Why? Because now you go on the road to take on the Yankees. All right? You go to New York to take on the Yankees for 3. Then you have a day off. And then Tampa for a 3 set. And then May 8th, Edwin comes home for a 3 set. I'm getting emotional right now. And they better have a video tribute or something ready for him. They have to. All right? And I just hope and pray that this team can continue the way they're playing into New York. Now, New York is a team that's been playing pretty well. They're 15-7. They're winning. They've won 4 in a row. At the moment, they're losing right now to Baltimore, but it's only 4-2 in the 9th, whatever. If the Jays can find a way to win that series, start putting pieces together, Donaldson and Tulo get healthy, Happ eventually comes back, Sanchez, I don't know what's going to happen with him. We might see him go back on the 10-day DL. It might just be a day-to-day thing. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But great news is that Tulo and Donaldson are going down for rehab down in Florida. I think it's today. They're at the game, but I think they're leaving pretty much now. The Jays win 2 in a row. They win a series, and they do it at home. That's nice. And Bautista's starting to hit the ball well. Great stuff, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed this game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. I mean, this was a fun game to watch. Let me know what you guys think about the whole game, the season, the last couple games, and do you start feeling this little momentum starting? Because I think I'm feeling a little bit here. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk to you guys a little in an hour or two. Raptors edition, round 2 preview as they're taking on the Cavaliers tomorrow. Game 1 in Cleveland. Woo, baby, I want this team to win. I want the Raptors to come away with that Game 1 win and put a lot of doubt in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And also, Jays edition, that'll be tomorrow night as well. Jays in New York taking on the Yankees. Marco Estrada, Luis Severino. Let's keep this winning streak alive. We'll talk to you guys then.